Imagine waking up one day, and suddenly, the world speaks a language you don't understand. You go outside, you try to order coffee, you try to ask for help, but the words don't come. Now imagine the opposite. You wake up, you speak clearly, you express your thoughts, you connect with people. That's the power of English for daily life. This is not just a lesson. This is your transformation journey. Lesson 1. The first word is not perfect. It's brave. Every English speaker you admire today started with broken sentences. Not perfect grammar, not perfect pronunciation, just courage. A young boy once walked into a store. He wanted water, but he didn't know the full sentence. So he said, "Water, give." The shopkeeper smiled and gave him water. That moment changed everything because he realized something powerful. Communication is more important than perfection. Now repeat with me. I need water. I want water. Can I get some water? Feel that? Simple words. Real power. This is how daily English begins. Not in books, but in life. And today, you are starting that life. Lesson 2. English lives in small moments. English is not only in classrooms, it lives in small, everyday moments. When you say, "Good morning," "How are you?" "I'm fine." You are not just speaking, you are connecting. A girl once practiced English alone in her room. Every morning she looked in the mirror and said, "Good morning, how are you?" At first it felt silly, but after 30 days, it felt natural. After 60 days, it felt real. After 90 days, it became her identity. Now she doesn't think in fear, she thinks in English. Try this with me. Good morning. How are you today? I feel good. Say it slowly. Say it clearly. Because small moments build big confidence. Lesson 3. Asking is power. Most learners stay silent, not because they don't know English, but because they are afraid to ask. But listen carefully. The person who asks learns faster than the one who stays quiet. Imagine you are in a store. You don't know where something is. Instead of staying silent, you say, "Excuse me, where is this?" That one sentence opens doors. Let's practice. Excuse me. Can you help me? Where's the bathroom? Where can I find this? These are not just sentences. These are tools for real life. Every time you ask, you grow stronger. Every time you speak, fear becomes smaller. Lesson 4. Listening is your secret weapon. Most people think speaking is the key, but the real secret is listening. When you listen carefully, your brain learns patterns. You start understanding how people speak, how sentences flow, how emotions sound. A man once watched English videos every day. He didn't speak much, he just listened. After months, he started speaking naturally. Why? Because his brain was already trained. Now try this. Listen and repeat. I understand. I don't understand. Can you repeat that? Feel the rhythm. English is not just words, it's music, and you are learning that music step by step. Lesson 5. Mistakes are your teachers. Let me tell you something honestly. You will make mistakes. And that's not a problem. That's the process. A student once said, "I am boring." He wanted to say, "I am bored." Everyone laughed. He felt embarrassed. But later, he never forgot the difference. That mistake became his teacher. Now repeat. I am bored. I am tired. I am happy. I am excited. Every sentence you say, even if it's wrong, is taking you forward. So don't fear mistakes. Use them. Lesson 6. Confidence starts before fluency. Many learners say, "I will speak when I become fluent." But the truth is, fluency comes after speaking, not before. Confidence is not the result. It is the starting point. A young woman worked at a cafe. She was nervous to speak English. But one day, she decided, no more fear. She started with simple lines. "Hello? What would you like? Thank you." Day by day, her confidence grew. Today, she speaks naturally with customers. Not because she was perfect, but because she started. Now your turn. "Hello? How can I help you? Thank you so much." Say it with confidence, even if your voice shakes. Because confidence is not about being perfect. It's about showing up. Lesson 7. Preview. Connection to next. Now you can greet people. You can ask questions. You can express basic feelings. But what happens when... Do you want to have a real conversation? What happens when someone asks you, "Tell me about yourself"? That's where most learners freeze. But not you. Because in the next lesson, you will learn how to introduce yourself naturally and confidently. This is just the beginning. You are not just learning English. You are building a new version of yourself. A version that speaks, connects, and grows without fear. Remember this. You don't need perfect English. You need real English. And real English is built one sentence at a time. So today, take action. Speak one sentence, then another, and another, because your voice matters, and the world is waiting to hear it. Lesson 7. Introducing yourself with confidence. Now it's time to step into a real moment. Someone looks at you, smiles, and asks, "Tell me about yourself." This is where many learners feel stuck, not because they don't have a story, but because they don't know how to start. So let's make it simple. Your introduction is not a speech. It's just a few honest sentences. Start like this. My name is, I am from, I work as, or I am a student. That's it. A young man once practiced this every day while walking to work. At first, he spoke softly, almost whispering. My name is John. I am from Texas. But slowly, his voice became stronger. One day, at a job interview, he said it clearly. No fear, no hesitation. And that moment changed his life. Now you try. My name is, I am from, I am learning English. Say it again, this time, with a smile. Because your introduction is not just information, it's your first impression. Lesson 8. Talking about your daily routine. Your life has a rhythm. You wake up, you eat, you work, you rest. And every part of your day is an opportunity to speak English. Let's turn your daily routine into simple sentences. I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth. I go to work. I eat breakfast. A woman once decided to describe her entire day in English. At first, it was slow. I go work. But she didn't stop. After a few weeks, her sentences became smooth. I wake up early, then I go to work, and I come back home in the evening. That's progress. Now try with me. I woke up early. I go to work. I come back home. I'm going to sleep. Your daily life is your best classroom, because you don't need new ideas. You just need new words for the life you already live. Lesson 9. Ordering food without fear. Imagine you are standing in a restaurant. The menu is in front of you. Your heart is beating fast. You know what you want, but you don't know how to say it. This moment is real for many learners. But today, you change that. Start simple. I would like, can I get, I want to. For example, I would like a coffee. Can I get a sandwich? I want a glass of water. A student once avoided restaurants because of fear. But one day, He decided to try. He walked in, nervous but ready. He said, "Can I get coffee?" It wasn't perfect, but it worked. And that success gave him confidence. Now repeat. "I would like a coffee. Can I get some water?" "That's all, thank you." Feel that? You are now ready for real-life situations. Lesson 10. Asking for directions like a local. You are in a new place. You don't know where to go. This is where English becomes your guide. Instead of feeling lost, you can ask, "Excuse me, where's the bus stop? How can I go there?" A traveler once got lost in a big city. No map, no help. But he had basic English. He walked up to someone and said, "Excuse me, where's the train station?" That one sentence saved his day. Now practice. "Excuse me, where's the nearest store? How can I get there? Is it far?" These sentences are small, but they give you freedom. Freedom to move, freedom to explore, freedom to live without fear. Lesson 11. Talking about feelings. English is not just for tasks. It's for emotions. Your feelings matter. And when you can express them, you connect with people on a deeper level. Start simple. I am happy. I am sad. I am tired. I am excited. A girl once struggled to express her feelings. She felt everything, but couldn't say it. One day she learned just one sentence. I feel nervous. That sentence helped her explain her heart, and people understood her better. Now you try. I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel excited. I feel nervous. Don't rush. Feel the words. Because language is not just speaking, it's sharing your world. Lesson 12. Making small talk. Small talk is everywhere. At work, at school, in stores. It's simple conversation, but powerful connection. You don't need big vocabulary, just simple questions. How are you? How was your day? What are you doing? A man once practiced small talk every day at his workplace. At first, it felt uncomfortable, but slowly, people started responding, smiling, talking, connecting. Now he doesn't feel alone because he knows how to start conversations. Try this. How are you today? What are you doing? That sounds nice. Small talk is not small. It's the beginning of relationships. Lesson 13. Understanding common responses. Conversation is not just speaking. It's also understanding. When someone answers, you need to respond. Let's make it easy. If someone says, I'm fine, you say, that's good. If someone says, I'm tired, you say, take rest. If someone says, I'm happy, you say, that's great. A learner once knew many sentences, but didn't know how to respond, so conversations stopped quickly. But when he learned simple responses, everything changed. Now conversations flowed. Now practice. That's good. That's great. I understand. Oh, really? These are small bridges that keep conversations alive. Lesson 14. Talking about the past life is full of stories, and stories live in the past. To share your experiences, you need simple past sentences. I went. I ate. I saw. For example, I went to the market. I ate lunch. I saw my friend. A student once wanted to share his story, but couldn't, because he didn't know the past tense. But after learning simple patterns, he started telling stories, and people listened. Now you try. I went to school. I watched a movie. I met my friend. Your past is your story, and your story deserves to be heard. Lesson 15. Talking about the future. Now let's look ahead. The future is full of possibilities, and English helps you express your plans. I will. I am going to. For example, I will study. I am going to work. I will learn English. A young learner once said every night, "I will improve." At first, it was just words, but over time, it became reality, because words shape actions. Now say with me, "I will practice English. I will speak more. I am going to improve." Feel the power? You are not just learning a language. You are building your future. Lesson 16, Preview, Connection. Now you can introduce yourself, talk about your day, order food, ask for directions, share feelings, and even talk about past and future. But what happens when conversations become longer? What happens when people speak fast? In the next lesson, you will learn how to handle real conversations without panic. Look at how far you've come. You started with simple words, and now you are building real conversations. This is not small progress. This is transformation. Remember, every sentence you speak is a step forward. Every mistake you make is a lesson learned. Every moment you try is courage in action. So don't stop here. Speak today. Practice today. Live English today, because your voice is growing stronger and your future is getting clearer. Lesson 16. Staying calm in real conversations. Now imagine this moment. Someone is speaking to you. Fast, natural, fluent. And suddenly, your mind freezes. You understand a little, but not everything. This is where many learners panic. But listen carefully. You don't need to understand everything to continue a conversation. You just need control. A young student once worked in a busy store. Customers spoke quickly. At first, he felt lost. But instead of giving up, he used simple lines. "Sorry? Can you repeat that? Can you speak slowly?" These sentences became his shield. Now he could stay in the conversation, without fear. Let's practice. "Sorry, can you repeat that? Can you speak slowly, please? I didn't understand." Say it calmly, because confidence is not knowing everything. It's staying present, even when things are unclear. Lesson 17. Thinking in English, the turning point. Most learners translate. They think in their native language, then convert into English. That takes time. That creates fear. But fluent speakers think directly in English, and you can too. Start small. Don't translate full sentences. Just name things around you. Table, chair, phone, door. Then build. I see a chair. I have a phone. The door is open. A learner once practiced this daily. While walking, he described everything in English. At first it felt slow, but slowly. His brain stopped translating. He started thinking in English. Now try. I am sitting. I am learning. I am improving. This is your turning point. Lesson 18. Handling mistakes in public. Let's be honest. Making mistakes in front of others feels uncomfortable. But here's the truth. Nobody remembers your mistakes as much as you do. A man once said in a meeting, "I did a big mistake." He meant, I made a big mistake. He noticed it later. He felt embarrassed. But the meeting continued. No one stopped. No one judged. Because communication was clear. Now repeat, I made a mistake. I will try again. I am learning. Mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is. So speak, even if it's not perfect. Lesson 19. Expressing opinions simply. At some point, people will ask, what do you think? This is your chance to express yourself. You don't need big words. Just simple, clear sentences. I think it's good. I think it's bad. I like it. I don't like it. A student once stayed quiet in discussions, not because he had no ideas, but because he didn't know how to say them. When he learned these simple phrases, everything changed. Now he speaks confidently. Now practice. I think this is helpful. I like this idea. I don't agree. Your opinion matters. And English gives it a voice. Lesson 20. Agreeing and disagreeing. Politely. Conversations are not always agreement. Sometimes you will disagree. But how you say it matters. Instead of saying, "You are wrong," you can say, "I don't think so. I see it differently." Maybe, but a learner once lost confidence because he sounded rude without meaning to. But when he learned polite expressions, his communication improved instantly. Now try. I agree. That's true. I don't think so. I understand, but these phrases keep conversations respectful, and respect builds strong connections. Lesson 21. Talking on the phone. Phone conversations feel harder because you can't see the person. Only voice, only sound. But don't worry. Keep it simple. Hello? Who is this? Can you hear me? I will call you later. A woman once avoided phone calls. She felt nervous, but she practiced simple lines daily. One day, she answered confidently. Hello, this is Anna. That moment changed her fear into strength. Now repeat. Hello, can you hear me? Please speak louder. I will call you back. You are ready. Lesson 22. Asking for help naturally. In real life, you will need help, and that's okay. Strong people ask for help. Weak people stay silent. Use simple phrases. Can you help me? I need help. Can you explain this? A learner once struggled alone. He didn't ask. He didn't grow. But when he started asking, everything changed. Now practice. Can you help me with this? I don't understand. Can you explain? Thank you for helping me. Asking is not a weakness. It's growth. Lesson 23. Giving help to others. Now you are not just a learner, you can also help others. And helping builds confidence. Use these phrases. I can help you. Let me show you. Try this. A student once helped his friend with basic English. While teaching, he improved faster because teaching strengthens learning. Now try. I can help you. Let me explain. Try again. When you help others, you become stronger yourself. Lesson 24. Talking about problems. Life is not always easy. Sometimes you need to talk about problems. Start simple. I have a problem. I need help. This is difficult. A worker once faced trouble at his job. He stayed silent. Nothing changed. But when he spoke, things improved because people understood him. Now practice. I have a problem. This is hard for me. Can you help me solve this? Speaking of your problem is the first step to solving it. Lesson 25. Staying in conversation longer. Now you know many sentences, but how do you keep a conversation going? Simple. Add small follow-ups. That's interesting. Tell me more. Really? A learner once had short conversations. One question, one answer, done. But when he added follow-ups, conversations became longer, more natural, more enjoyable. Now try. That's interesting. Tell me more. Oh, really? These small lines keep conversations alive. Lesson 26. Preview. Connection. Now you can handle real conversations. You can stay calm, respond, express ideas, and connect with people. But there is something deeper. What about confidence in public spaces? What about speaking in front of others? In the next lessons, you will learn how to build unshakable confidence and speak without fear in any situation. Right now, something is changing inside you. You are no longer just learning words. You are building a voice that can speak, ask, answer, and connect. Remember, fear will try to stop you, but action will defeat fear. So don't wait. Speak today. even one sentence, because every sentence you speak is proof that you are growing. And this journey is just getting started. Lesson 26. Speaking in public without fear. There comes a moment when you are not just speaking to one person, but too many. A classroom, a meeting, a group, and suddenly your heart beats faster. Your hands feel cold. Your voice wants to disappear. But here's the truth. Fear is natural. Silence is optional. A young student once stood in front of his class. His hands were shaking. He forgot his lines. But instead of stopping, he said, "Sorry, I am a little nervous." Everyone smiled. And something changed. The fear didn't disappear, but it became smaller. Now practice. Hello, everyone. Today I want to share something. Thank you for listening. Speak slowly. Breathe. Because public speaking is not about being perfect. It's about being real. Lesson 27. Building daily speaking habits. Confidence is not built in one day. It is built daily. Small steps repeated again and again. A man once decided, "I will speak English for 10 minutes every day." Not 1 hour, not perfection, just consistency. Day after day, he spoke. Even alone, even quietly. After 30 days, he improved. After 60 days, he changed. After 90 days, he became confident. Now your turn. I will speak every day. I will not stop. I will improve. Habits create results, and your daily practice is your future fluency. Lesson 28. Using English in your environment. You don't need a special place to learn English. Your environment is enough. Your home, your street, your workplace. Turn everything into English. Label things in your mind. This is a table. This is my phone. I am opening the door. A learner once changed his environment. Not physically, but mentally. He started seeing everything in English. And slowly, English became natural. Now try. I am sitting on a chair. I am using my phone. I am opening a book. Your world is your classroom. Use it. Lesson 29. Speaking without overthinking. Overthinking kills confidence. You think, is this correct? Is my grammar right? What if I make a mistake? And because of that, you don't speak. But remember, fluency grows in action, not in thinking. A student once knew many rules, but he spoke very little. Another student knew fewer rules, but spoke more. Guess who improved faster? The one who spoke. Now repeat. I will speak. I will not overthink. I will try. Let your words flow, even if they are not perfect. Lesson 30. Using simple English powerfully. Many learners believe, I need big vocabulary to sound good. But that's not true. Simple English is powerful English. Instead of saying something complicated, say something clear. I am very happy. This is very important. I really like this. A speaker once used only simple words, but spoke with clarity and confidence, and people understood him perfectly. Now try. This is good. This is very helpful. I really enjoy this. Don't chase complexity. Master simplicity. Lesson 31. Understanding fast English. Slowly. Fast English feels difficult. Words join together. Sounds change, and you feel lost. But here's the secret. You don't need to match speed. You need to catch meaning. A learner once listened to fast conversations daily. At first, nothing made sense. But slowly, he started catching key words, then phrases, then full ideas. Now practice. I understand a little. Please repeat. Can you say that again? Understanding grows step by step. Stay patient. Lesson 32. Using English emotions. Naturally. Real English is not flat. It has emotion, tone, feeling, energy. Say this sentence in different ways. I am happy. Softly. I am happy. Excited. I am happy. Now you feel the difference. The learner once spoke correctly, but without emotion. It sounded unnatural. But when he added feeling, his English came alive. Now try. I am excited. I am tired. I am really happy. Feel your words, because emotion makes language real. Lesson 33. Handling awkward silence. Sometimes, conversations stop. There is silence, and it feels uncomfortable. But silence is normal. You can restart the conversation. How was your day? What are you doing? Tell me something. A learner once feared silence. He thought the conversation was over. But when he learned simple restart lines, everything changed. Now try. So, what are you doing? That's interesting. Tell me more. How was your day? Silence is not the end. It's just a pause. Lesson 34. Practicing with yourself, but you don't always need a partner. You can practice alone. Talk to yourself. Yes, it feels strange, but it works. A student once practiced in front of a mirror every day. He spoke about his day, his thoughts, his plans. After some time, his confidence improved because he removed fear. Now try. I am speaking English. I am improving every day. I feel confident. Your voice needs practice, even if it's just you listening. Lesson 35. Becoming a daily English user. At this stage, something important happens. English is no longer a subject. It becomes part of your life. You don't study it, you use it. While thinking, while speaking, while living. A learner once said, I stopped learning English and started living in English. That was his breakthrough. Now say, I use English every day. I live in English. I am improving naturally. This is your new identity. Lesson 36. Preview. Connection. Now you are speaking more, thinking more, living more in English. But there is still one level ahead. What about fluency that feels effortless? What about speaking without stopping, without fear, without thinking? In the next lessons, you will unlock natural fluency, strong expression, and a powerful English personality. Look at your journey. You started with hesitation, and now you are speaking with courage. You started with fear, and now you are building confidence. This is not luck. This is your effort. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. You don't need to know everything. You need to keep going. So speak again today. One sentence, then another. Because every word you say is shaping a stronger version of you, and your voice is becoming unstoppable. Lesson 36. Speaking without translating. Now you are ready for a powerful shift. Until now, sometimes you still translate in your mind. But fluency begins when translation disappears. A learner once noticed something strange. One day, he answered a question in English instantly. No pause, no translation, just response. That was his breakthrough. And you can reach that point too. Start with fast, simple reactions. How are you? I'm good. What are you doing? I'm studying. No thinking, just responding. Now try. I understand. I agree. That's true. Train your brain to react, not translate, because speed comes from familiarity. Lesson 37. Building natural sentence flow. Fluency is not just words. It's flow. How your sentences connect. How your thoughts move. Instead of stopping after one line, you continue. I went to the store and I bought some food, and then I came back home. Simple, connected, natural. A learner once spoke in short, broken lines. But when he learned to connect ideas, His speech became smooth. Now try. I woke up early, and I started my day, and I feel good. Keep going. Don't stop too soon. Flow creates fluency. Lesson 38. Speaking with clarity. Fluency is not fast speaking. It is clear speaking. If people understand you, you are fluent. A man once spoke very fast, but no one understood him. Another man spoke slowly, clearly. Everyone understood him. Who was better? The one who was clear. Now practice. I am learning English. I want to improve. I speak slowly and clearly. Take your time. Clarity builds confidence. Lesson 39. Using pauses like a pro. You don't need to speak non-stop. Pauses are powerful. They give you time to think. They make you sound natural. I think this is very important. See that pause? It helps. A learner once rushed every sentence. He felt pressure, but when he learned to pause, he felt control. Now try. I believe I can improve. I think this is helpful. Pause. Breathe and speak. Lesson 40. Expressing yourself freely. Now, you are not limited. You are not stuck. You can express your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings. A student once said, I cannot speak English. Months later, he said, I can explain my ideas in English. That is growth. Now say, I want to share something. I believe this is important. I feel confident. This is your voice. Use it. Lesson 41. Handling real-life conversations smoothly. Real life is not scripted. People interrupt, they change topics, they speak differently. But now, you are ready. You don't panic. You adjust. A learner once faced a fast, changing conversation. Before, he would freeze. Now, he stayed calm. He listened. He responded. That's real fluency. Now try. Okay, I understand. Let me think. Yes, I see your point. Stay in control. Lesson 42. Developing your English personality. English is not just a language. It becomes part of your identity. How you speak, how you express yourself, how you connect. A learner once copied others, but later, he found his own style, his own tone, his own personality. Now say, this is how I speak. This is my voice. I am confident. Be yourself, in English. Lesson 43. Speaking with confidence anywhere at this level. Location doesn't matter. You can speak at work, in public, with strangers. A woman once feared speaking outside her comfort zone, but now she speaks everywhere because confidence is inside her. Now practice. I can speak anywhere. I am confident. I am ready. Confidence travels with you. Lesson 44. Turning practice into habit. You are no longer forcing yourself. You are not saying, I have to practice. Now you feel, I want to speak. That is a habit. A learner once struggled with consistency, but when English became part of his daily routine, he stopped struggling. Now say, I practice daily. I enjoy speaking. I am consistent. Habit creates mastery. Lesson 45. Becoming fearless in communication. Fear is still there sometimes, but now it doesn't control you. You speak anyway. A student once said, I am scared. Later, he said, I am scared, but I will speak. That is courage. Now say, I will speak. I am not afraid. I keep going. Fear loses power when you act. Lesson 46. Living in English daily. At this stage, English is everywhere in your life. You think in it. You speak in it. You live in it. A learner once said, English is not my subject anymore. It is my lifestyle. Now say, I live in English. I think in English. I speak in English. This is your new reality. Lesson 47. Helping others learn. Now you are not alone in this journey. You can help others. Teach simple sentences. Encourage beginners. A learner once helped his friend, and while helping, he became stronger. Now say, I can help you. Let's learn together. You can do this. Sharing strengthens your knowledge. Lesson 48. Celebrating your progress. Stop for a moment. Look back. You started with fear. Now you speak with confidence. That is not small. That is powerful. A learner once never celebrated progress. He only saw mistakes. But when he looked back, he saw growth. Now say, I have improved. I am proud of myself. I will keep going. Celebrate your journey. Lesson 49. Your new identity. You are not the same person anymore. You are not the one who stayed silent. You are someone who speaks, someone who tries, someone who grows. Now say, I am an English speaker. I am confident. I am improving every day. This is who you are now. Lesson 50. The final transformation. This is not the end. This is your beginning. You didn't just learn English. You built courage. You built confidence. You built a voice that can speak anywhere, with anyone, without fear. A learner once dreamed of speaking English. Today, that learner is you. And now, you are ready. Close your eyes for a moment. Remember the person you were before this journey, the hesitation, the fear, the silence. Now look at who you are becoming. A speaker, a communicator, a confident voice. This is your transformation. And it didn't happen by chance. It happened because you chose to try, because you didn't give up, because you kept speaking even when it was hard. So now, make a promise to yourself. Speak every day, practice every day, grow every day, because this is not the end of your English journey. This is the beginning of your new life. A life where your voice matters. A life where you are heard. A life where you are confident. Now go and speak, because the world is ready for you.